Hi guys, we are back. What is up?
It's been too long.
It's been a minute. And as you can see, we're not in the normal spot that we usually are because life's been pretty crazy for me. I'm not in my apartment anymore. I am back home and about to move out. So it's just been a whole process and it's been crazy, and we're trying to move it along as fast as we can, but shit keeps going down. So not much I can do about it. But we are so excited to be back. It's been probably a month since we've been up here, so we are super excited. I have some questions, comments. I have a big long story to read. So yeah, Lex, do you want to tell them about what's been going on in your life?
Yeah, so we kind of thought this episode would be just kind of talking about like what's been going on in each other's lives because it's been a minute since we've recorded. So I am trying to work on talking to better guys now. What? Crazy.
Whoa, so yeah.
So there was a really long story. It's too long to explain, but I talked to this guy. He was awful, and she talked to his cousin. Both of them, no bueno.
Nope.
Just because a man can cook for you does not mean he's a good person.
Just because a man
can finesse you with
his food and him buying you shit and him doing whatever does not mean that you should continue talking to him
at all.
He was batshit crazy. He was literally, we were talking about this, he was literally the epitome of the fuckboy in our video where we taled about fuckboys. We watched it together because we were like watching our videos because we just like to, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, this is literally him. Everything was we said, and we're like,
was him.
And then would we still go hang out with them?
Yep.
We didn't have any feelings for them, but like, it was fun while it lasted.
But we're so glad it's over. It was too much stress and too much going on.
We're done with that.
So I have been just like chilling, working on myself lately. So I really want to just recommend reading this book. It's called Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies, and it's all about, I don't know who the author is, but it's all about just like self-help and buy yourself your own flowers. Like, you know what I mean?
Basically just and like so self-love, self-respect, doing stuff for yourself and not for other people.
And not worrying about what anyone else thinks, and you deserve the best and you deserve the world. And so I've been reading that, and I have been if a guy has some red flags, I'm not gonna push through it to hope, or just because he's cute or just because he does this one thing I really like, because I, and so is her, and so do you guys, deserve a guy that'll give you all the qualities that you want and like checks all the boxes, and you should never settle. So I've been going on like a couple dates, and there's one guy that I'm starting to really like, but we've only gone on 2. We've been texting a lot. Our first date was a double date, and we went up to the mountains, which is a cute date for a double date, but don't go up to the mountains with a guy alone for a first date.
Or caves.
Or caves. But we went to Bruges. Is that how you say
Bruges.
it? Bruges. And it's a waffle place.
Yeah. If you guys live in Utah, Salt Lake City, really good waffle place. So if you ever come here, it's called Bruges.
Yeah.
So good.
So you should go there. You should try it out. We went to Bruges, and then we went up the canyon to like caves and had a bonfire. It was really fun. And then the next week I went on a date with a different guy, and he took me to a place where they cook the food in front of you. So that's another cool date idea. And then the guy went to the waffle place. We went on a second date to the fair last night, and it was so much fun, and I'm starting to like him, and he's really respectful. And he walked up to the door to pick me up, and when he dropped me off, he walked me to the door and waited for me to get in the house.
Wow, such a small thing to do that girls love.
Crazy. And we didn't kiss on the first date.
You know what that means. We've discussed that. If you don't know what we're talking about when we talk about that, go watch the other videos.
Okay, so yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. I've just been dating and trying to date guys that will be better for me and my life and give me what I want and what I deserve. And so maybe I'll be dating someone here in the near future, or I'll be single, and that's fine too.
So I have a few questions, comments, and then like a short story, and then like this really long story that I got sent. So we'll just go through that. We're gonna save the long story for the very end. And then just a reminder, if you guys ever want to send us anything, any stories, questions, comments, whatever, you can email me, you can add me on Snap, you can add me on Instagram and DM me. It really doesn't matter. Just, you can comment it down below, just so you guys know.
And same to me, you can DM me or Snapchat me. I never check my emails, so email her if you're going
if
to
you're going to email me.
Yes.
Do you guys date someone if you don't see yourself marrying them?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. And
I like that a
want
lot.
to clarify if you're just dating someone or if you're just going on dates. If you're like actually in a relationship with someone, I would not be in a relationship with someone if I didn't see myself seeing it go very far. Which obviously, you guys hear my cat?
He's the cutest cat. He's too cute not to show.
So this is my cat Elvis, if nobody knows. He is my love of my life. I love him so much.
Little tiger.
He is. He's like, put me down.
He is the love of her life. It's so cute.
Okay, so like we were talking about before, Elvis,
What?
this is not gonna fly. So sorry if you hear him in the background. He's a weirdo. So, difference between dating someone if you are actually together in a relationship and then just going out on a date. Obviously, I would go out on a date with someone if I didn't see myself marrying them because it's just something fun to do. But if I was actually like dating them in a relationship, I wouldn't like make it official if I didn't see it going anywhere.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good question because I used to not feel that way. Like if someone, this is really bad, but if someone was like, I want to be with you, I'd be like, okay, yeah. But there was like this red flag, that red flag.
That's how Lex was in high school. She would just date anyone that was like, oh, like I like you. Do you want to date? And she'd be like, let's go.
Like, yeah, you're really hot. Let's go. But you literally will cheat on me. You're an asshole. You do this, you do that. And we could literally, you're an alcoholic. We literally could never get married.
An alcoholic.
And so,
like,
anyways,
let's go.
I've grown a lot. You should be proud of me.
Oh my gosh, she's grown so much.
For the good. And so now I totally think it is such a waste of time. Why date someone if you don't see a future with them?
Exactly.
Like you are that. I read something in that book I suggested, and she was talking about how why date someone to and just knowing that you're not going to marry him when like the person's out there for you that you are going to marry. You know what I mean? Because it's just wasting your time.
You're wasting your time. You're gonna break up anyways.
Yeah, and if you aren't ready to get married, then just go on like fun dates, but don't make it exclusive and make it
or
serious.
If you do see this person being a potential husband, wife, date them, but don't rush it. There's a problem with people rushing things and like they want to put a label on it or they want to hurry and get engaged and hurry and move in together and hurry and do all this stuff. And it's like, you're going to eventually do that if you stay together, and it's like, why rush it?
Right. And on the flip side of that, there's no timeline, because I used to always put a timeline on things where I'm like, oh, we need to date this amount and then I can do this and then I can do this. And
when
it's
it feels right, that's when you should do it. You don't need to.
I agree. When it
put
feels
all these
right.
labels and stuff on it.
And even today, I still will text her like, should I like do this? Should I do that? And she's like, Lex, remember, just go with the flow. Like whatever happens, and it's literally your gut feeling and how you feel inside if you're ready or if you want to do something. You know what I mean? And so it's not anything that you should rush at all. Like you have your whole life ahead of you, and
you have your whole life to decide.
With that being said, you don't need to waste your time. You don't need to waste 3 years of your life knowing, oh, I'm not going to be with him. Like, why? Because that stops you from having fun dates or being with a serious person that you see you can marry.
Yeah. Next one. Most embarrassing moments. What is your most embarrassing dating story? Or like what has happened on a date that was like the most embarrassing thing?
Oh man. I mean, I have a really embarrassing story, but it has nothing to do with dating.
It's like it's not like dating, but it has to do with the guy that I thought was cute. Does that count?
Yeah.
So this is actually so funny because she brought up Bruges, that waffle place. So actually this was a long time ago. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, me and my brother actually went to Bruges together to get food, and there was this guy there, and I thought he was so cute, and like my brother even knows that he was like looking at me, and he's like, that kid, he like keeps looking at you, and I'm like, yeah, I think he's kind of cute. I was like, probably just because I keep looking at him, you know, like didn't really like say anything more about it. We were just waiting for our food, and he was like, my brother was like, you should ask him for his number, and I was like, no way. Like, I was a little pussy. I still am.
Elvis.
Okay. So anyways, I was like, no, I'm not gonna ask him for his number, because like I just couldn't do that. And so he's the one that brings us our food, because we were just waiting and we were gonna take it to go. So he brings over our food and he like gives it to us. We're like, okay, thank you. He's like, yeah, you guys have a good day. We're about to leave, and then he's like, wait, can I get your number? And I was like, what? Like, yeah. Like, I pull out my phone, and he's like, he starts laughing a little bit, like giggling. He's like, no, I'm sorry, like I meant like the number, because like everyone gets a number, you know, for their order.
I remember you telling me
for their
this.
order, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And I like get on the number, and my brother just like starts laughing, and I was like so embarrassed, and we left, and I was sad and disappointed in myself, and it was not.
Well, he didn't help the situation. He could have helped you out by being like, well, and I could get your number.
Yeah, but he probably just didn't fucking want it.
Oh.
It was just
it
like,
kind of dug deep into
it kind of like cut me
fine.
deep, because I was really expecting like him to ask me for my number, and he just wanted the number for the fucking order. Like, just kidding.
Okay, so I'll be completely honest, I don't get embarrassed very easily.
Oh.
What? I just don't get embarrassed very easily. Oh, that's weird. Oh,
I was like, oh,
okay.
she doesn't get embarrassed.
I really don't. But something that was embarrassing has nothing to do with dating. But, okay, I guess I can involve it with guys. So in 4th grade,
I haven't gotten embarrassed since 4th grade. Like,
at least nothing's. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought of one, but I'm gonna tell the 4th grade one first, and then she can keep both of them or cut one out, whatever.
Okay.
So, in 4th grade, we were sitting at circle time after recess. We all sat on this big, colorful rug, and there's this guy in my class, and his name, we don't drop names here, and we used to write notes to each other.
Oh.
And so cute, I know. We had little love notes. And we're sitting there at the rug, and every day after recess, our teacher would read us a chapter book, like part of a chapter book. We read a thick one. And she started reading it, and we're all sitting there, it's silent. And my farts are usually silent. They always are pretty quiet, but they just smell bad. But then no one knows, because it just smells bad, right? I think it's gonna be quiet. Farted. It was so loud. So loud, so loud, so loud. And I turn and just like look at that kid that I was like into in the class to pretend it was him, to like blame it on him. So I just like look and like give him this crusty, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you just farted. And the entire class and the teachers' heads were at me. Like, it was blatantly obvious that it was me, and all of their heads turned, and I'm like looking around, and I just kind of like laugh it off. And my teacher even said, I don't remember exactly what she said, but just basically like, wow, that was like loud legs or something.
Nice
totally
out.
called
Nice
yeah, totally called me out, and so it was really embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You had to go through that.
Thank you for your apologies. It was really embarrassing, and it's obviously stuck to me to this day, all the way since 4th grade.
She's been going to therapy for that. Okay, next. What's the other story?
So the other one is I was with my friend at the gym, and we use no, not you.
Me.
So she likes to swim, and so she does swimming workouts with me. And we were swimming, we get out, whatever. I had like leftover makeup on from the night before, so like I had like mascara kind of smeared. And there's a guy at Vasa that works the front desk that's super, super hot. And I've always wanted to like ask for his name and number, but I never have. And we're walking out, and I just have makeup like smeared under my eyes. I have tennis shoes on with my towel around my waist because I forgot sandals. I am looking awful. My hair's like on a side bun, like it's all frizzy. And I walk out and he's there. He's literally there at the front desk, and I walk out and he's like, "Have a nice day, ladies." And I just am like, "Thanks." Don't even turn to look at him because I'm kind of embarrassed already at what I look like. Start just walking out. My towel drops. My towel fell down. My towel literally fell down.
Wait, and you're just in your swimsuit?
Yeah, and I had like swim shorts on.
And tennis shoes.
But I was in swim shorts. I was in my swimsuit and my running shoes because we worked out, we ran before we swam, and it was so embarrassing. And he just like, and I turned back and he's just staring at me, just kind of like gives this look, and I just hope I never see him again at Bossa because it was so embarrassing, and I thought he was so hot and I looked already so bad, and then my towel drops to the ground and my butt's just hanging out in the Bossa lobby. No one else is in their swimsuit, no one else's butt's hanging out, and I have tennis shoes on.
Oh. Okay, so the next one is, my ex made me have a foursome with her girlfriends, then blamed me for cheating.
My ex made me have a foursome with friends and blamed me. Well, yeah, that your ex is an idiot then. If she is the one that wanted her friends to go.
Okay. There's a lot of things wrong with this.
Yeah.
Let's start.
I'm like stuttering because I don't even know where to start.
Let's just start with the first thing. If you and your SO or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, if you guys are going to have a threesome, the other person it can't be just one of your friends, like best friends. Like, it cannot be just regular friends. Like, you need to get, like, obviously someone you know and you trust and whatever, but like, do you guys just see
that is setting yourself up?
That's setting yourself up. Like, you guys are going to say you guys have a threesome, and then like a week later you guys are like at a party together or something, or like all the friends get together and like have lunch or go somewhere, you know what I mean? It's like that's gonna be there where like, oh, like we all had a threesome, and then like you see your friend and you just think of your boyfriend balls deep in your friend, and it's like, it's not fun, you know? And then second of all, if your ex wants to have a threesome, she can't blame you for dating, or she can't blame you for cheating if that was like a thing that you guys agreed on.
You as the girl are setting yourself up to be mad at your boyfriend. Like, you just
Yeah.
are. And you're also kind of setting your boyfriend up to like be mad at him, because you're gonna all of a sudden be like, yeah, you're gonna get jealous and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, he's touching my friend, my best
Exactly.
friend. So you're setting yourself up to be mad at your friends, yourself, and your guy, if you want to do that with all your friends.
Mm-hmm. How does a shy guy ask a girl out confidently?
Oh,
that's a good question.
that's a really good question. A shy guy has to ask a girl out confidently by being confident. Like, that's simply what it is. Like, you have to not even act like there's an ounce of shyness in you, and you have to approach her.
You just gotta take the shot, baby.
You have to think that you are the shit in that moment. You have to think that I am getting this girl's number. You do not think negatively, because that brings you down and that brings your shyness up. And I know that that's probably so hard, because being shy, like, I'm not shy, but she is, and I know that's so hard for people. And even me not being shy, it's hard for me to approach someone. But if you are shy, you have to do what's going to be the hardest for you, and that is be so confident and not think anything negative. Go into it being like, I am super hot, I'm badass, this girl is going to give me her number, and I'm going to ask her out on a date.
That was a fucking wow. I'm just blown away.
Aw, well, whoever you are, I don't think that one was anonymous, but whoever you are, that's my advice, and I know you can do it, and you shoot your shot, and you don't think anything less. Like,
That's
you
the
think
thing.
that it's gonna happen.
Like, if we're like the worst case scenario, she says no.
There's so many other girls out
There's
here.
so many other girls,
And don't let that
There's so
bring
many
your
other
confidence down.
chances, and it's like, yeah, maybe this one girl says no, but this other girl, she will say yes, you know? And it's like, you just gotta take your chances, you know? You just gotta shoot your shot. So, I've been super excited about this one because it's like a really fucking long story, and I have just been waiting to film again so that I can read it.
And thank you to whoever sent this in.
Thank you for sending this in.
Because we love this kind of stuff.
So first thing, I just want to say like your little introduction because I think it's so sweet. I only read the beginning, like this little tiny paragraph, and I haven't read the rest, like the actual story.
To be a surprise.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a surprise for both of us, so I waited. But difficulties.
Sorry, I knocked the
fucked it
camera.
up.
So now, in the first one, you'll be like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Anyway, sorry if the screen changes on your computer because I messed it up. That was my fault. I'm so sorry. Also, when we read this, we're gonna probably pause and like talk about each one instead of reading the whole thing and talking about it after.
Yeah, just whatever comes up. So first, you say, I've been watching your videos for a couple weeks and absolutely love them. You're so amazing. Thank you so much. That means a lot. People had some crazy stories, so I don't know if mine can live up to the hype, but I got one. I'm sure it's gonna live up to the hype, okay? I'm so ready for this hype-ass fucking story. Okay. Back in sophomore year of college, I met this really hot guy at a party on campus. I was nervous but approached him after some prodding from one of my best friends. We talked for a while and things seemed to be going well. He asked for my number and I gave it to him and went our separate ways for the night. Long story short, I went on a couple of dates with him around town and things were incredible. Things started to become more serious and I was really excited. Things started to get weird around 2 months in. One day we agreed to meet up at a nicer restaurant in the downtown area near campus. I got dressed up and I remember spending a solid hour on myself in the mirror. Same. We take so long to get ready.
We took so long for the guys that made us that dinner and all that stuff.
We're like in the mirror for like hours listening to music, and we're like doing
our
our hair.
outfits on the IG.
Oh yeah, if you want to see that, we went downtown. It's when I say Lex was a snack. I got there like a minute before him and waited inside. When he arrived, I came towards him to give him a hug. That's when it hit me. All at once, this powerful smell punched me in the face. To this day, I can't think of many things smellier. I can only describe it as week old, stale body odor, nasty old cheese lying in the sun, and hints of garbage. Like, the stink was just radiating off him.
Pause. First off, you are really good at telling stories.
Yeah.
Second off, he like smelled normal when you first
Yeah,
were going
that's
on
what I was about to
dates?
say. I was like, okay, so you guys have been dating for like 2 months and he never smelled bad, but then all of a sudden he smells bad.
Weird.
That is really weird.
That's weird. And that he was like hot at first and like, and you said things were going really well, so he obviously has been smelling fine.
Yeah, because we all know that fucking smelly fucking cheese does not turn you on.
Wow. Okay. Hey, you're gonna have to. I hope when you watch this,
Yes,
you should email us back.
Email
these,
me or
questions.
like comment, and please just like answer any questions that we
That we
have.
ask, yeah.
And please respond. Okay. I tried my best to hold my gag reflex back and went along with the date. I didn't want to call him out at the place because that'd be embarrassing, but I couldn't really think of anything except the horrid stench wafting towards me. Did other people smell him? Did I smell like it now too after the hug? We eat, or at least I try to, and I decide to end it early. He wants another hug and kiss, and at the time I figured I'd just put up with it. So I braced my nose for impact and gave him a hug goodbye. I get home totally grossed out and confused about what was up. Up to this point, he had always smelled great, fantastic even. Okay,
oh, okay.
Thank you, okay. We just need to be patient.
Thanks for answering our question. You're gonna have to email us and let us know, like, answer our questions. Like 10 seconds later, he smelled great up to this point. Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, sorry, we just need to read the fucking story.
We just get too excited.
Okay. I take off my cute outfit I put so much effort in and realize that, yep, I smelled like armpit too after the hug.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
that sucks.
I cringe and die a little inside. After that, I decided to confront him over text. I would too.
Smart. I wouldn't do it in person.
I could.
That was good.
Well, if I was in a longer relationship, you said only 2 months, I probably wouldn't, but like, if we were together for like a year or even like 9 months or something, I'd be like, did you, are you like homeless now and like you live on the streets and can't shower?
I totally missed the 2 months part. I thought it was only a couple weeks, but if it's 2 months even, like, yeah, I guess still like texting him, because it's hard to confront people about something like body personal, I guess, like, yeah, up front. But anyways, okay, keep going.
I said something like, hey, your hygiene seemed a little off. Is everything good on your end? He apologized and assured me that he was working out before he came and maybe just smelled a little still. If he smelled like that after the gym, then he didn't shower like 2 days before. Like, he's been going to the gym every single day and is not showering, is not putting on deodorant, and is not putting on any cologne, and is not cleaning up after himself after he's been to the gym for like a straight week.
Okay, no, I'm like really intrigued to see what you say happened, because
me too.
You met him at a party, it was hot, whatever.
He smells fantastic.
It's been this long before this. And then he says this like excuse, like, this is fishy.
Yeah, this is hella fishy. Okay. I figured it made sense since he was really adamant about going to the gym every day. I decided to let it go. However, things slowly deteriorated from here on out. I'd see him every day around campus, and the stink started occurring more frequently. First, once every few weeks, once a week, then a couple times a week. I don't really know what was going on in my head. I loved him, and he had the best personality of any guy I've ever met, even today. This was 4 years ago. I believed I could make it work, or that it would get better. I kept bringing it up, now even in person sometimes. He'd look vaguely offended and accuse me of being inconsiderate. He's just going to the gym for his health, after all. By the 5-month mark, you put up with this for 5 months.
Oh, wow. But you also, like...
I mean, this is like so hard, because it's like... That's like a really big thing, and like, if someone smells like that, you're not going to be attracted, you're not going to want to be affectionate towards them. It's going to hold you back from wanting to even hang out with them.
And the fact that he's like, I'm just focusing on my health. Part of your health is your hygiene, dude.
By the 5-month mark, I've grown really fed up with it. He almost always visits me smelling like an entire locker room full of sweaty guys. Things are on its last legs. But nothing could have prepared me or my nose for what was about to happen.
Oh my gosh!
Some context. I lived in a single-person dorm on campus, and this guy lived a bit further off campus in an apartment. Due to this proximity to our classes and other common hangouts, we always stopped back at my place afterwards and not his. But being fed up with his stench, I started to get irritated with that too. Why did we always have to go back to my place? I asked if...
Is he homeless?
Oh my god, I just said that, but like...
I thought that as you were reading it, but I was like, no way.
I just said that as because homeless people stink. I asked if we could stop at his house next time we were out. He seemed reluctant, but with enough pushing he agreed. This would become the worst day of my love life. I showed up at his apartment, a pit in my stomach. Our relationship was failing, and I knew it. Something told me this would somehow respark things. It didn't. He opens the door to let me in, and a gust of air rushes towards me. Pure body odor fills my nostrils. I legitimately became dizzy because the stench was so foul.
Oh
At that moment, I knew the relationship was over, but I decided to stay for the sweet, sweet tea I could tell my friends later, LOL.
Smart.
I walk in and take my coat and shoes off. I feel like, hold on, backtrack. I feel like that's something you would do. You would just go through with it just so that you could be like, oh, I gotta tell Calista.
Oh, you're like, this is insane. I gotta go do it just so I can tell Calista. Like, literally not even literally for this, be not like, even, it's just so I can
just
tell
so
Calista.
That, yeah, just so that I could be like, so like, what crazy thing happened? And then you have this insane story for me.
Yeah. And so I always just go through it, and then after, like, why did I do that? Because it was an epic story.
I walk in and take my coat and shoes off. He comes for a hug and kiss, and I accept. It's the least of my worries at this point. His apartment was completely trashed. It was 4 rooms, a kitchen and dining area, a living room, a bedroom, and a bathroom. I'll give a description of each. Thank you. The kitchen had various food stains all over the floor, countertops, and even the walls. Don't even know how it got there. All he had on the counter was a scummy old microwave caked in platters of previous meals. That's disgusting. The stovetop looked covered in grease. He had all of his pantry doors wide open. In the center were 2 completely overflowing trash bags that desperately needed to be taken out.
Oh my gosh.
This is insane. This is like why I'm scared of like a group of guys getting together, and it's like, or not, I don't know, not even like just a group of guys, just like if they're, because I feel like guys are just a lot more messy than girls.
Also, I have a comment. I don't know you and I don't know how you feel, but personally me, I feel like I would feel really bad if he's a good person, this, that, and the other, to break up with someone over their smell. But the fact, let's say he smelled amazing, the fact that he lives that way is a reason to end it, and it will never change. Like if you moved in, you would be constantly cleaning up.
You would
after
be the one
him.
cleaning. You would be the one always on his ass about doing dishes, taking out the garbage, and whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know if you felt bad, but like just know you made the right decision, because even if he smelled good, he would be that dirty if you ever lived together, and you'd be the one that was cleaning
and the
up.
fact that, because this is all, like everything you're saying, this has had to be going on for a couple weeks for it to build up like this. Like he's just lazy, plain and simple.
Oh,
you know?
very lazy, yeah.
Perfumed the air with the delicate scent of rotting food. He made us ramen for dinner, which I barely touched. Even the bar chairs we sat on were broken. One leg was taped back on. He made me sit in that one. The fuck? Who is this guy?
Who is this
guy? He started out fine, and then now it's like... The living room had a small TV on a desk that was repurposed as a table. The couch was littered with food crumbs and surrounded by empty soda cans. Not too much to say here other than...
How is he like in shape?
I know.
Like how does he have like a nice body and stuff? Like that sounds so bad. Like yeah, he could be working out, but it's like a lot of it is what you eat. And and I know he's a college student, like soda cans everywhere and like all the food.
Well, it's just like, is it really that hard to clean up after yourself?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought about the food. Like it's literally simply just, how can you be that dirty?
I know. Well, it's like the couch was littered with food crumbs and surrounded by empty soda cans. Not too much to say here other than there was a giant purplish stain covering at least a 3 by 3 foot area. The bedroom was the main source of the stink. Like after the fucking kitchen, the bedroom is the main source of the stink. His bed looked disgusting. There were like pit stains on his sheets and maybe even cum stains. I shit you not, the entire floor was covered in filthy, sweaty, reeking clothes. Some were ones I've seen him wear before. I don't know how he slept in such a rank place. I bit my tongue. I resolved to hold off till the end of the night and break it off with tact and grace. Then I had to use the bathroom. Oh shit!
And men's bathrooms are always dirty.
They're already the worst.
They're always still
Have fucking
dirty.
hair everywhere.
There's always beard hair, pube hair everywhere.
Yeah,
Toothpaste. There's pee dribbles on the seat.
Yes, and they do not clean. Like there's hair all over. You know that part in the back of the toilet? Like I fucking, you guys know what I'm talking about. That back part. Like you lift up the seat, and it's like behind the seat. Yeah, it's.
Always covered in pee
always
and like hair
covered in
and stuff.
pee and shit and hair. And
I swear, when they cut their beards and stuff, they don't
leave
wash the hair
just
down
leave
the
it.
sink. It's just all over. And then the shower, like sometimes if their shower's open,
and then the mirror just has little
smudges all over it.
and like,
of like
water and who God knows what else.
Like even if the guy's clean, their bathroom looks like that. Like even if they're a clean person.
Yeah, even if they're like kind of clean and it's not even like near as bad as this, doesn't matter.
Their room could be immaculate and the bathroom will
still be shit.
Pubes and beard hair everywhere.
Pubes and beards. Pubes and beards.
Pubes and beards.
Oh God, the bathroom. Girl, I can't even begin to describe the smell. When I entered the bathroom, because we all know it's where the shit goes down, literally. He kept the door closed at all times, and I know why. He didn't want the smell flooding through the house. I guess shit stink was his limit. It was just really concentrated shit smell. Like someone threw you into a vat full of shit. I started coughing and holding back vomit, and I hear the fucker laughing. What the fuck? He's laughing? He's like, it's dirty, huh?
She's smelling my shit. She's smelling my shit.
I'm so sorry. You had to go
no, the thing that got me was that it smells so bad. You coughed.
I know. She's like, and he's like, The shower was covered in scum. There was no soap or shampoo in the shower, so I guess I know why he stunk. And the grand finale.
Men's
the
shampoo.
Toilet.
Wait,
the toilet.
one sec. Men. I am so excited for the toilet, but men's shampoo is literally like 99 cents.
Wait, not only that, but it's fucking shampoo, conditioner, body soap, fucking
you can
shaving cream, fucking toothpaste. Like it's like a 10-in-1 thing. Like
it's so you can buy for men especially. You can buy the shittiest, cheapest shampoo and conditioner, and you're fine.
Yeah, and not only that,
change.
It's literally comes in one bottle. You can use it for everything.
And it's like this big for 99 cents.
Yeah.
And it smells like the ocean waves.
It smells like God himself. Like it's not that hard.
Wow.
Okay. I'm still confused why he's laughing. I'm still confused why he's laughing.
I know, it's almost
like I'm a piece of shit and I live like a piece of shit. Like
what?
Huh? Okay, the toilet. The toilet was completely covered with shit. Inside the bowl and some outside too. I couldn't even sit down to use it without touching it. There were dead insects on the ground too, probably eating it. Ew! Stop. This is too much. This is like
too much. Hoarder's house. This is like a hoarder's house.
Not only that, it's a horror house.
It is a horror house. Wow, that was good.
At this point, I lost it. I came out swearing and calling him gross and much worse things than that. I break up with him and storm out. I get home and feel completely disgusting. I had to shower like 3 or 4 times to get the entire stink off.
I don't blame you.
I smelled horrendous for the next day and a half. Good thing it was the weekend and could stay home. I had a friend visit me to comfort me after the breakup and thought I had farted when really I just reeked of his signature scent of poop and armpit. That stank will cling to you. That's so gross. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that and that literally that's just crazy because you were in there for probably only like a couple hours and you smelled like that for days. I'm sure it was probably just stuck in your nose because I know that happens to me.
That happens to me with throw up.
Yeah, with throw up or like shit or whatever. If I smell it, it just like stays.
Everything starts
it just stays in your nose. But he lived in that. So it's like, no wonder he smelled so bad. I mean, he probably could have even washed off his body in his scum-covered shower and he'd still smell like that just because of the rest of the house.
Well, I honestly wonder his like tactic. Like for 2 weeks, does he shower at like a friend's house to like get a girl, and then once he gets one, then just like stops?
Or just
he looked good at the party, he smelled good, so I wonder.
And you said like before that it like wasn't even until a couple months in until like you started.
Yeah, so I wonder if he like showers at a friend, because he obviously doesn't have shampoo and stuff and probably doesn't want to buy it because he's stingy, but he probably like just showers at friends' houses when he wants to go to a party and pick up girls, and once he gets one he's like, okay, I can go back to my house.
Like we're just gonna go back to the shithole. I learned after through some of the guy's reluctant friends that he always had a hygiene problem and had many girls eventually break up with him when he starts to let it go or go to his apartment. I often wonder what could have been if he didn't choose to be such a stinky motherfucker. Maybe we'd still be together. It sucks, but what can you do? Oh my god. That like sucks because like you said, he just like had like the best personality and you guys had a lot of fun. And so it's just really unfortunate that he's always gonna keep ruining all these potential great relationships
Yeah,
just because he
good.
won't clean his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally just because he won't clean.
Right.
Like, and then at that point he's gonna need to just gut out the whole fucking apartment.
And it's hard to break up with a guy, and I know it sounds bad, but it's hard to break up with a guy when they're nice. Like, it's hard to break up with someone just because of morals or values or just something that you guys just don't agree on. I mean, that's completely different because that's just pure filth and disgusting.
Yeah.
But that's just, I get it. Like, I know that that's hard. I'm sorry that you have to break up with a nice guy just because of something like he can't control in his life. You know what I mean? But that's not your fault, and you're gonna find someone so much better. Like, so much better, trust
And
me.
cleaner.
And maybe you have, because you said it was 4 years ago, so I hope that you...
Oh yeah, like hopefully you're
hope-
in like a really good relationship or even married or whatever, like you're doing with your
Yeah,
life.
you should email us.
Yeah,
and
I want an update.
I want an update on your life.
Okay, there's my story. Moral: the second someone's hygiene isn't up to your standards, confront it head on and don't linger if things aren't changing. You'll just make your nose suffer. I've become really tolerant of bad smells now though. Like my nose got used to it. So that's a plus, lol.
That's funny.
Let me know what you think of all this and keep up the awesome vids. Thank you so much for sending that in.
It's a great story. Awful, but great.
Yeah, for our summary of this, guys, be fucking clean.
It's not that hard.
Girls really care about cleanliness and
Watch
good
our turn-ons
hygiene.
video.
Yes,
Literally,
exactly.
you can be not super attractive, but
Exactly.
smell good.
If you smell
wear cute
good.
clothes. Cute. Sexy clothes.
if you smell good, you have a good sense of style. You're really nice. Good
Maybe
personality.
some diamond studs. Just throwing it in here. Just kidding. Good personality.
She's just saying that because she wants this guy to start wearing stud earrings that she's dating. Well, she's going on dates with. But yeah, I'm really sorry you had to go through that. But I'm sure your nose and probably even your eyes.
Yeah, your eyes probably.
Your eyes you probably see like some really horrific shit now that you went through that.
It was like a murder scene. Like, just imagine like a dead body like that.
But like instead of blood, it's shit.
And bugs.
Bugs and
BO.
stench.
Literally, that onion BO smell is the
cum
worst thing.
stains. Oh my god.
Also, this just made a light bulb go off on my head. So we went to the fair with that date with that guy's friends, and I personally, yes, I probably don't change my sheets as often as I should. Most people probably don't. But this guy literally was like, the only time I change my sheets is when I know a girl's coming over to like hook up with me and him.
Well,
and
then
so I'm
hopefully
like,
a girl
I'm like,
is coming to hook up.
I'm like,
with him
you're either-
often.
You're either hooking up often or you don't change your sheets for like months.
Ew, yeah, that's disgusting. Just so everyone knows, you need to be changing your bed sheets every like 2 weeks.
See, and I
wash
don't
your
even do
bed
that.
sheets like 2
I
weeks.
need to do it more for sure, but
Okay, so this video became just like how to be clean.
yeah.
That's not really our forte,
Took a turn.
but thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much.
We are so good to be back. We're definitely gonna be doing this more again, even if we have to do it in my old bedroom. But yeah, if you guys have any other stories that you want to send us so that we can read, that would be great.
And thank you guys just so much for the support. We love you all.
Yes.
And shout out to the girl that emailed us that. That was an awesome story.
Yeah.
You for sure lived up to the hype.
Oh yeah.
So-
That was probably one of the best stories I've ever heard. Well,
Yes. Like I said, best and worst. Cutest cat.
oh my gosh, I love him so much. Okay, bye.